Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Macomb zine. This features the works and writings of our Macomb participants that we have been working with for the past few months. Enjoy.
Hi, my name is Elia and I'm a junior in the residential college. I am studying gender and representation in the Middle East with a focus on Israel-Palestine.
Hi, I'm Nadia. I'm a junior studying art and design with a concentration in graphic design. So it's been really awesome this semester to be able to translate everything I've learned into all the work for PCAP this semester.
Hi, it's Morgan. I am majoring in art and design, and I'm a senior.
Hi everyone, my name is Grace. I just finished my junior year at the University of Michigan. I'm studying Spanish and International Studies. I'm originally from a suburb of Indianapolis, Indiana. And I wanted to get involved with PCAP because I deeply care about art. My mom's an art teacher, so I grew up appreciating art. And I've just had the most fulfilling experience this semester. So thank you guys so much for participating.
Hi, I'm Rachel. I'm a senior at the University of Michigan.
Hello everyone, I'm Wanki and I'm a senior studying computer science and history of art.
Hello, my name is Ryan and I'm here to present the packet number 9, Happy Little Accidents.
Hi, my name is Ariana and I'm a senior at Michigan studying economics and minoring in public policy and international studies. I've really enjoyed this class and especially being able to look back now and show some highlights of the participants' work over the past few months.
So now that you've met the facilitators, we also want to introduce you to our participants. We have Michael, Raymond, Jerry, Karsten, Kyle, Thomas, Sid, Danzel, Christopher, and Joseph, and they have all been creating such amazing work for PCAP throughout our correspondence. And just to note a little bit about this zine, historically, the zine medium has been utilized as an artistic tool of radical opposition, gaining popularity in the 90s as part of the Riot Girl feminist movement. Inspired by the radical niche nature of this medium, we wanted to create a PCAP zine that would celebrate the work of PCAP participants in a way that is otherwise not granted while they are incarcerated. We believe the sheer dedication these participants have to working on their craft while incarcerated is a radical pursuit in and of itself.
Hi, my name is Morgan, and a packet that really stood out to me was packet number 2. And this packet focused on the invisible versus the visible, more broadly, things that are opposites but go together. So we asked participants to reflect on opposites that they enjoy. So for example, we got a response of ice cream and fried bacon that the participant enjoyed. And also we asked them to reflect on times that they felt invisible or hypervisible, or places that they've seen this type of invisibility or hypervisibility in where they felt sets of eyes on them. And so the participants that you can see their work on the screen, this work is done by Jerry, Raymond, Thomas, Christopher, Matthew, and Karsten. And some examples of responses we got that you can see here if you kind of focus in and look at individual areas of the collage. So an answer is that COVID is invisible, but the lockdowns and the outbreak protocols are very visible and felt. And another one is that many carceral spaces are visible, but the mental impact of these spaces are invisible. Thank you.
So for packet number 3, we focused on typography, which is the art and technique of making aesthetic fonts. I was personally inspired to suggest this as a packet theme because I think it's really versatile and I think a lot of people can tackle it. And we saw that our participants did a really great job at exploring both typography with their dominant and their non-dominant hand, making fonts out of found objects, as Michael did in this image here of the patriotic image of the word Navy with the found objects. You can see like the American flag there. Michael also drew a beautiful skull illustration using lots of beautiful shading and highlighting. We have some great works by Matthew using his own font that he created using found objects. Karsten, Christopher, and Thomas all did some amazing work We especially loved the tree of adjectives that Thomas made. We could not have been more happy with the outcome of this packet. We think the participants got really creative in making their own fonts, and we're excited to see where they take their artwork after this.
For our packet number 4, we chose to talk about album art because music can be such a powerful tool that unlocks a lot of different creativity and different artistic media. On this page, we have featured a number of artists, including Karsten, Denzel, Jerry, and Michael. And in addition to their album cover designs, we've included some of their favorite lyrics and quotes, as well as Denzel describing a couple of the songs that he would possibly put on his album titled Free at Last, as well as Karsten, who so thoughtfully shared with us some of the symbolism behind his album cover design.
Hi, this is Wanki, and I'm going to introduce Packet 5, which is about creating portraits. We think portraits is a very old and classic art style, so we would also like our participants to try this form of art. In the Packet's warm-up section, we asked the participants to draw a blind contour, which is to draw themselves without looking at the paper. This was a very playful way of drawing, and some of our participants' blind contours are so artistic and interesting. We can see Jerry's blind contour has these beautifully curved lines in modern style, and Carson chose to draw a smiling portrait, and he also said, "I would definitely smile. Why be angry if you can be happy?" in the later section, where we ask the participants to describe how they would like to be captured in a picture, which I think is really lovely. And finally, in the portrait section, a lot of our participants have created these amazing works in different styles. Matthew chose to portray himself in a comic style, and both Christopher and Jerry had created a very different portrait compared to the blind contour. I think this packet has been meaningful, and it allowed our participants to have the opportunities to really think and look at themselves. And that's it. Thank you.
For Packet 6, we focused on the theme of perspective. The prompts in this packet included explanations on how to depict perspective in artwork, along with asking participants to reflect on perspective in our own lives, including on how our perspectives on the world have changed as we've grown from children into adults. I wanted to highlight a few of the participants' responses to this packet, including some work by Matthew, Jerry, and Thomas, all of whom drew some sort of road leading off into the distance. As you can see, Matthew wrote a note in his piece saying that cobblestone is hard. And while I do agree that cobblestone can be a very difficult thing to draw, I thought that Matthew did an absolutely beautiful job of accentuating all of the details in the cobblestone, as well as adding in beautiful shading in the background in the mountains, clouds, and moon. I also really liked that Jerry and Thomas added other factors onto their street or road to really add to the scenery in the picture, with Jerry adding in the bird, clouds, and sun in addition to drawing the car on the road as well, and Thomas adding in the building and trees alongside the road leading off into the distance. I wanted to end with a quote from Thomas in his response to the Connect prompt, which is one of the ones that asked participants to reflect on their own world perspective. He said, "I believe that all men are created equal, and therefore nobody should look down on anybody else, and nobody should be forced to look up at anybody else." And with that, I'll be passing it on to Nadia to talk about the 7th packet.
So for packet number 7, we decided to do greeting cards as we really wanted to make this packet a space where participants could either write thank you notes to themselves, to family members, or any other type of greeting card. So we found that some people ended up doing the happy birthday route, which was really fun to see. We were able to celebrate Danzel's birthday with him through our correspondence, as his birthday card was for his 33rd birthday. Also, Matthew did a really awesome card showcasing his interests in anime that we have found time and time again through his packets, which is a fun theme that we found there. And Thomas and Raymond took it upon themselves to write a thank you note to themselves and practice an act of gratitude, which we were really excited to be able to facilitate a space for them to do so.
For
For our 8th packet, we did comic strips, and we invited our participants to design their own superheroes or villains based off of traits that they relate to or are inspired by, as well as to tell us a little bit about the superheroes or villains from media that they appreciate. In our zine, we included examples of Jerry's Electroman costume, as well as origin stories about Christopher's grocery store man guy and Thomas's dynamo, and Raymond shared some of his thoughts behind creating Captain Plant. Each of those characters represents something about our own participants, and I encourage you to pause the video to read their own words on the process of creating them. Christopher's grocery store man guy is inspired to end world hunger. Thomas's dynamo is inspired by truth, justice, and the American way. And Raymond and Captain Plant are both inspired to protect the environment. Next, we're going to hear from Ryan on our 9th packet, Happy Little Accidents.
Throughout this page, we have a myriad of artwork in which the prompt was to create a quote-unquote accident on the page. So some people used random scribbles and drew from those. Others used drips of liquid or paper and then formed an art piece around that. One of my personal favorites is the hand with the scribble, and I think it really shows how creative each individual person is in their own way. The fact that someone also chose to draw an African elephant out of their mistake comes from something that only they know the significance of, and so it's really nice to be a part of their creativity that we only get to practice as children sometimes and really bring it to life in a happy little accidents statement. I also think it's beautiful how in everyone's responses, which you'll see small snippets of in the words that are put on the page, they all reflect very deeply on accidents in art, over time, or in their lives in general. And so I think if there's one takeaway from this page, it's that accidents is okay, but it's what you do with it that makes it and also life itself beautiful.